Almost every man misses this, yet it is one of the strongest factors that naturally creates attraction. At first, it may sound like an exaggeration, but take a moment and really think about it. How many men have you seen who seem to have every advantage? Good looks, confidence, success, status, and still they struggle to build deep, meaningful relationships. The answer reveals something important. Genuine connection is not created by appearance. It is not created by wealth, and it certainly is not created by trying harder to impress someone. Real attraction often grows from the things most people ignore: small behaviors, quiet moments, subtle signals, silent forms of communication that operate beneath conscious awareness. These are the things people feel long before they fully understand them. And perhaps the most surprising part is that none of these require expensive dates, complicated methods, or years of experience. They simply require attention, presence, and the willingness to let go of habits that create only surface-level interactions. Today, we're going to explore 5 qualities that women often appreciate deeply, even though they rarely express them openly. These are not tricks, they are not scripted lines. They are principles rooted in psychology and timeless Stoic wisdom that can completely change the way your presence is experienced. Because lasting attraction isn't about capturing someone's attention for a few moments. It's about becoming unforgettable. It's about leaving an impression that remains long after the conversation is ended. If this resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and keep watching. Now let's begin. The first principle: create emotional comfort before attraction. Imagine this. You're sitting across from someone on a date. The conversation flows naturally. You're both smiling. Everything seems to be going well. Yet something still feels missing. You leave, send a message later, and never get a reply. This is where many misunderstand attraction. They believe attraction develops purely through conversation. They assume that enough humor, enough confidence, and enough interesting stories will automatically create a connection. But connection is far more complex than that. People remember emotions more than they remember words. They remember how relaxed they felt, how comfortable they felt, how understood they felt. One of the most overlooked parts of building attraction is simply being present and aware. Respectful physical contact, never forced, never aggressive, never calculated. Simple moments, a light touch during a conversation, offering a hand while moving through a crowded place. Small gestures, carried out naturally, respectfully, and without expecting anything in return. Those quiet moments often communicate more than long conversations ever could. Without saying a word, they quietly communicate: I'm here, I'm paying attention, you feel safe around me. Many people make the mistake of turning affection into a transaction. They offer attention while secretly expecting something back. The moment that expectation appears, everything changes. Comfort is replaced by pressure. But when someone offers kindness and presence without demanding a particular outcome, something much deeper begins to develop: trust. And trust is often where the strongest attraction begins. Think about the people who naturally make others feel comfortable. They rarely force themselves into the spotlight. They don't constantly try to impress. They aren't chasing approval. They simply remain present. That kind of energy naturally stands out. And that brings us to the second principle. The second principle: flirt with confidence and respect. Many men fall into one of 2 extremes. Either they overdo it and come across as desperate, or they avoid showing any interest at all. Neither approach creates attraction. The right balance exists somewhere in the middle. Authentic flirting isn't about memorized lines. It isn't about trying to impress. It's about creating a relaxed, enjoyable atmosphere. Imagine she tells you she loves Italian food. Most people would simply acknowledge it and move on. But someone who feels comfortable with subtle flirting might smile and say, "Maybe you'll change your mind after trying my favorite place." Simple, relaxed, confident. Not because those exact words are magical, but because they're delivered without pressure or expectation. One of the biggest mistakes people make is searching for approval. They make a playful comment and immediately look for reassurance that it was well received. Ironically, that need for validation weakens attraction. Confidence appears when you enjoy the interaction without becoming attached to the outcome. Eye contact matters as well. Don't stare, don't perform. Simply give calm, natural attention. Hold eye contact for a moment. Pause. Look away naturally. Then meet her eyes again.